which is open to all alumni of New World School and Miami-Dade College. And just a brief word about Lauren. She was in many of my classes a couple of years ago. And what can I say? She never went for the obvious in anything. She was always interested in looking at what was behind. And I think you can see some of that with her exhibition. And she has kindly said that she would say a few words. And also, Giselle was in my class, and maybe she'll come up and say something about their collaboration. So this is sort of what Swing Space is about, having artists come and work in a project sense or on something they did before, and having colleagues and people in the public coming and seeing a museum show. So give her a hand, please.
Thank you everyone for coming. It's so good to see some familiar faces and some not familiar ones, so that's great. Very happy to be a part of the Swing Space exhibition series, the first series. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank a couple of people for their unwavering support and encouragement. Maria Martinez-Cañas for her mentorship and her support. Wanda Texan and the whole team at the MDC Museum of Art and Design. You guys are great, very helpful. Kat Dunn, Mike Davis, Giselle for the collaboration that we did. It was our very first and long overdue. And Michelle and Sandy Weeder-Valdez, thank you so much, as usual. So I guess I'll just talk about what the heck you guys are looking at. So basically most of these ideas came about when I first moved to New York, when I graduated New World. I moved to New York with 2 suitcases of things, basically. There were objects that I just for some reason or another needed to have around me. They had long ago, lost their function, and I just needed to see them in order to feel comfortable. And I just thought it was very strange how these objects were no longer what they actually were, but they were just projections of experiences that, I had put onto them. And I'm rambling. And I just realized, the only other experience that this happens in is in the traditional way that we view art in an art gallery. You walk into this kind of white cube, you kind of dismiss everything that's about the space, the fixtures, the walls, the building, and you look at this thing on the wall or on the podium, and you decide to prefer what it actually, the meaning of it rather than what it is that you're actually looking at. It's just a surface. It's just something that you project a concept onto. And so basically, I named the show Intangibility to kind of illustrate that moment where you prefer, this willing suspension of disbelief, this representation over what it actually represents. So everything that you see in this space is actually what you've experienced since you've gotten here, whether it's the building, the lobby, the foyer, the actual space within itself. So, I always became frustrated when friends of mine would be like, I'll go to your art show, but I don't really get it. I'm not sure if I understand. And, everything here is what you're given. You don't need any prior knowledge in order to understand what you're looking at or to, appreciate it. So, but one of the things that I always seem to leave out was, the most important part of the work itself, which is the actual viewer. And that was kind of what inspired the collaboration between Giselle and I, who is kindly going to come up here and take the mic and explain the collaboration.
Okay. Our collaboration, since she's including the architectural elements of the building, so that what you're looking at is what is there and what you've experienced so far. I wanted to also include the viewer because, I'm sorry guys, I'm like, well, I wanted to include the viewer, and I didn't want, we didn't want the works to be like really precious art objects. We wanted you guys to interact with them. We wanted them to be really fluid in the space and become part of it. That's why they're transparent and why they're mirrored. And we also used part of the architecture of the space, or not architecture, but the elements that are present, the light fixtures.
Basically, can I jump in?
Yes, please.
Basically, you know, the artwork that you're going to the gallery to see wouldn't traditionally exist without, you know, two things, the lighting and yourself, the viewer. So that's why we wanted to kind of have that engagement between the viewers, reflection, the lights. None of it would work without each other.
Yeah, we wanted to make the images sort of dense. That's why they're so dark, so that they almost like contained all of the atmosphere of the space into themselves, and so that by increasing the density, it also increased the reflection and the importance of the viewer. So while you're interacting with them, these are not like things that you are apart from. You're part of them. So.
So take selfies, post them on Instagram.
Yeah, we actually have a hashtag. It's Flares 2014. So use that so we can
see all of them.
We'd love to, yeah.
With certain filters, it looks like stardust. So have fun.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.